everybody. Welcome to the Revenue Agency Podcast. I am Brittney Hall, and today I'm accompanied by my husband, Ryan Hall. He
Hello.
literally just asked me a question, and I was like, record. So I didn't answer him.
What did I even ask you? I don't even know.
I think it was something about the Zoom recording, about the cloud.
Oh yeah.
What is the cloud? It's
Who
such a
knows? Here's the deal. The cloud is make believe. There's no cloud. There's no
I
cloud.
know. It's like the cloud is a data center.
The
Data
cloud
centers taking over our Earth.
the cloud is government surveillance, is what it is. So
Is it?
hello NSA, hello FBI.
Oh my
Welcome to the
God.
podcast.
Ryan's gonna get us on the no-fly list. Oh my gosh.
Be
Okay.
blackballed.
Yep. So I love these because you guys, years ago, Ryan and I used to do a live show on Facebook, and we would do it every Sunday evening, I think, and it was called How Was Your Day, Honey? And we would talk about like three things, and we would talk about what's going on in our life. Today we're gonna cover some business, but we're gonna cover life. And the biggest news of the week is that Taylor Swift got engaged.
Is everybody so excited about that?
Oh my God, you guys. It's so crazy. Like I have always liked Taylor Swift songs. I'm not a Swiftie by any means. Like I'm not really a super fan of anybody, to be honest. But I respect talent and I respect work ethic, and that girl's got it. And she's been on top for years and years and years. So that is just like so much respect for everything that she's accomplished. And I think she's so brilliant. So this is going to be like a business angle of this whole thing. I think she's so brilliant because she makes people feel like they know her. And she has this relationship with her fan base where she lets them in enough, and through her song lyrics about her life and like the deep stuff of these different relationships. And I think that is what's created such staying power for her over the years. So I'm a big fan of her in that way, in like a businesswoman kind of way. Why are you smirking, Ryan?
That's I
So
it just
now,
it
since
just
yesterday, all Ryan and I listen to in the car is Taylor Swift.
So I guess here's my take on Taylor Swift. She's got some good. I like a lot of different music. You might hear me listening to like 1950s country, 60s, 70s classic rock, new rap, Taylor Swift, Justin, who's the guy with the hair?
Bieber, he
That
doesn't have
guy.
hair anymore.
Like classical. Okay, so that's what's on my Spotify, right? Everything. So I listen to her stuff. Some of it's okay, some of it's trash. But you really can't take away from her what she's created. She must be a smart businesswoman or have a lot of smart people working for her, or both, probably, because to be that big, like you can't fake that, right? You definitely can't fake it. So good for her.
Yeah.
All this hype, I always think it's kind of like silly. Like I'm with Brittany. I'm not a super fan of anything or anybody, really. So, um, but you can't take away what she's done, whether you like her music or not. She's
Yeah.
she's a stone cold killer, man.
Yeah.
She is a
Yeah.
stone cold killer.
Yeah.
And
She,
here's one for the old people. What generation are you? A millennial? What are you?
me?
Yeah.
Are you calling me an old person when you say
No.
this for the old people? I'm a millennial.
Okay, so for all you old people talking about these millennials that do it, well, she's a millennial, so there you go. She's a freaking billionaire or what? I don't know what she is.
Yeah.
She's got a lot.
Yep.
So
Millennials. I'm an
go
old
T Swift.
go T Swift. You know what? This
And
also
hold
supports my.
on, let me hold on.
I thought you were done.
The almost. This is the last thing I'm going to say. The level of from a 1 to a 10 on what I think about this engagement, all that stuff is a 0. 0.0.
You're not like happy for her?
I think it's great. Good for her. Good for her. Good for uh, Travis Kelsey. I
You know
don't
what?
think.
I was going to say this supports my theory that all women,
Mm.
no matter how independent, strong, successful you are, love a man, like a true, big, strong, tough man. That's what I think. The last uh, thing that I can remember that like also supported this theory was when Gwen Stefani and Blake Shelton started dating. I was like, Yep, because all girls want a big, strong man that knows how to do things and that they can protect them and keep them safe. And it does like that doesn't mean that a woman has to be like all like dis what's the word I'm thinking of?
Submissive.
Submissive. I was gonna say dismissive, submissive. It doesn't mean that. Like it doesn't mean that at all. But it just supports that theory that women love men, masculine, awesome men. And I think that what's cool is you see this, like, I watched her podcast with him, right, last week or the week before. I seriously, you guys, I don't sit down to watch a 2 minute video. I was like, it's a 2 hour podcast. Yes. And I sat and like watched the whole thing and I loved it. Um, is that he's just so proud of her and supports her. And I think that like it's a really great example to be a powerhouse woman and be with a powerhouse dude and support each other and integrate into each other's lives. I love it. I love it.
Okay, so give me your definition of a. You keep talking about this man. He's a man. We need
Yeah.
men. Okay, give me
Yep.
your definition of a man.
Someone that you know if shit gets sideways, like they're coming to kill the threat. Like, so there's
Well,
like you feel safe with them, meaning that they would protect you. Like, it doesn't matter if there's some madman. They're like, you're safe. I've got it. So that, and then I'm big on a guy who knows how to do stuff. I think that, who knows? Maybe that's like an old school belief or I'm not that evolved or whatever, but I don't really give a shit. I think that it's like a man who knows how to like shoot guns, drive things, fix things, is just tough. They're not like prettier than the girl. They don't have better fashion than the girl. They're just like the guy, you know? Like girls are meant to be like pretty and whatever we do. And then men need to be rugged and manly and tough. It doesn't mean they can't be handsome and all that, but like they don't need to be the one out in front. They need to be the one right here going like, if shit gets crazy, I got you.
I'm
And
making a. I'm making a checklist of what I need to
oh,
be
shut up.
a
Like I
man.
would have married you if you weren't like a man. Also, I think there's something about that masculine energy that like from a male female perspective that you're like, yes, I want to have babies with you. Like and there's probably people that are like that is so whatever. Like you're setting women back 15 years. I don't think so because I'm a pretty like big go-getter. I'm really strong. I have a lot of opinions. Like, I'm not weak. I'm not submissive, but I think strong women need a strong counterpart.
I think a strong man or a strong woman. What am I trying to say here? I think either one of them being strong doesn't take anything away from the other one because according to Brittany, most people don't think I'm a super strong person because I'm probably very polite. I was
They think
raised.
you're quiet. I don't know if they don't think you're strong or not. I just think that they don't understand how intense you are as a human.
I'm extremely intense, but I'm also extremely like tight-lipped and polite. So, but because so like let's just say for the sake of this conversation, I'm a strong, confident man. It takes nothing away from me to have my wife in a social setting or a business setting speaking up because she's also strong and very outspoken and smart. And you know what I mean? That doesn't take anything away from me,
No.
right? And I think me being strong and speaking up and saying whatever, whether it's business or family or church, whatever you want to do, I don't think it takes anything away from her. I think God created us to be equally, what do I always say?
Complimentary.
Complementary, right? Like girl ducks are brown because they need to be camouflaged because they're hiding the eggs, and boy ducks need to be flashy and bright because they need to attract a female. That's just the way. It's just the way we're
Do you
wired,
think
man.
they distract predators
The men,
away from the female? Do you think that's part of the design too?
maybe he just likes flashy feathers.
Well, because I think like it's so funny because in humans, women are pretty, we're, this, that, whatever, like we draw more attention. And then men are like bigger than us. They're really stronger than us, all these things. But in nature, it's like usually the females are not the flashy ones. So that seems a little backwards to me, but that's the only way that that would make sense.
Okay, um, forget the duck analogy. Obviously, that was wrong.
Why? What do you mean?
I'm just kidding.
Well,
Okay, so
I wonder why that is, you know?
yeah, I don't know, but I think it's just biological. And if you want to say we're archaic cavemen and women, go ahead. I don't care. Doesn't matter to me.
I think that this whole like traditional way of thinking, but with this like modern spin on it, is making a comeback. I think it is. I think that a lot of women for years have been told that we need to be in the workplace. You don't need kids to be fulfilled. You don't need this, blah, 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 blah. And I'm going to tie this into something with business. So just a second. But I think that it's crap. And I think that it's this thing that's been spun to tell women that, oh no, you can just have a job. It should be fulfilling. But then women, they go to work or they then have a baby and they're like, well, I need to go back to my job. But then they're like, gosh, I miss my baby like crazy. And then they think that something's wrong with them. But I just think it's a big freaking lie that women have been told. And so what I was going to say is it's interesting because I was doing a podcast yesterday with Anita for her podcast Arise with Anita, and she was asking me about building a business but also as being a mom and a wife and working with my husband and all this stuff, and she was asking about like my daily kind of like routines and stuff, and I don't really think about it I guess a whole lot because we've been in this flow for a while, but I was like, I don't like serve the business until I've served my family and I've served myself, meaning like on a daily basis. I was like, I get up, we walk our dogs because that's a priority, and we get our kids ready for school, and then we go work out, and then we come home. You and I usually like connect, talk about stuff, what's going on today, or in the car, like we have our time together, and then we get to work when we get home from the gym. And I was like, that doesn't usually start till 9 or sometimes 10. And there's been this narrative that's been fed that's like the 5 a.m. club or the 4 a.m. club, and you got to get up and you got to work 16 hours and you got to grind. And I just thought, I think that messaging is more fitted towards men. I think that's doing women a disservice when you think, oh, I have to do that or I have to work like a man works to be able to be successful. And I just think that we're going to see a swing in women starting to embrace the fact that we're women, we're different, hormonally we're different, our cycles are different, our emotions are different, our values are different, when we have families and husbands and stuff. And I think you're going to see it swing back to center because we've been in this like third wave of feminism for like a while. And like Rye, you and I say all the time, we're like, we're all about like, yes, women are equal, women are smart, women belong in leadership. Like it's not saying that at all. But I think to say that we're the same is a complete freaking disservice to women.
Totally. I think women, I mean, Brittany and I have talked about this a bunch. I think women are very adaptable, which is a huge strength because it's like, hey, I don't have this in my life provided for me. I'm going to go get it, whatever it is. It could be a job, it could be a spouse, it could be any number of things, right? So women are super great about that. Men are more like, I need to do this and I'm just going to do this, right? And we can just plug along until we die, right? That's just kind of how the way we are. But I mean, Brittany's a very strong woman. She leads this business, and we have a daughter who's extremely strong, and we're raising her to be very strong.
Yeah.
But there's absolutely nothing wrong being a mom. Like that's an amazing thing, right? Go be a businesswoman, go be a mom. Like I think either way is amazing.
Well, I think that people are just always trying to put people in a box. And like everybody's the same, like all women are the same. No, not all women are the same. What's right for me might not be right for somebody else. And it would be wrong for me to put my values on somebody else. But if you think, oh no, women don't need to, they need to have a big career to be fulfilled, or they don't need a career to be fulfilled. Like if you're so committed to that idea and you don't take a moment to think about other people's experiences and have these conversations, it's I don't know, it's just really closed minded. But anyway, so I think Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are helping everything swing back to normal.
One thing I wanted to go back to that I couldn't think of it for a second, and then it came back to me. Brittany said that her and I connect every day. And a lot of times it's just, it could be family, it could be about sports, or it could be like whatever what's going on with our life. But what's extremely, extremely beneficial for us and for our business is when we take time to just sit there, forget our phones, and just like look each other in the eyes and talk about business. What do we want?
Yep.
What do we not want? Where are we going with this? So we have a direction, and then both of us are rowing our boat in the same direction. Like that's so important.
Yeah.
So you as a business owner or you as a leader of your family, I think it's very important for you to take time to be present, right? Forget the phone, forget the distractions, and actually look at your partner and say, what's going well, what's not going well, what do we want to get rid of, and like what are we trying to do here? Because I mean, right now we have two kids, an eighth grader and a fifth grader, and we have five sports teams and band, and band is a serious commitment. Okay, so there's six things right now that are really happening in our life that we could just be completely transactional
Hold
and just
on. Just around our children. That doesn't include all the other stuff. That's
yeah,
just
that's just
around
our
our
children. That's not the
children.
house. That's not the dogs. That's not groceries. That's not trying to build a business. That's not trying to have a
Intimate relationship with
relationship.
each other.
Yeah, trying to have a relationship with the spouse, right, and not get completely lost. It's so easy to just become completely transactional and just go through the steps. All right, we have cheer practice, we have soccer practice, we don't have cheer, but baseball practice, football practice. Oh, back to soccer practice, back to school. Oh, we have cross country this morning. Great, let's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
And then,
so
oh, our
things,
friends invited us, and I'd really love to be social.
yeah, it's
Can we
like,
get,
hey,
yeah,
we really like our friends, but it's like, should we go to our friends and hang out, or should we skip the gym? Like, there's so many things that go on in a person's life, and I'll just talk about our specific where we're at right now with these kids. Um,
these kids.
yeah, and we love doing it. Don't get me wrong; like we love being on all the sports fields and all the things.
Yeah.
But I think it's important to remember, listen, we have a direction we want to head with our life, whether it's business or family or relationships, and not get lost in the day to day grind because some days are a grind. Yesterday, there was um, cross country, there was a baseball game, there was a social event, there was soccer practice, there was a bunch of meetings for the business.
I did a
There was
podcast with
there was a
somebody.
workout, there was a podcast, there was like all this stuff, which are all great things,
Yeah.
but make sure you have like a North Star that you continue to keep your eyes on.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're going to be going in circles, man.
Yeah. What do you think it is, right? Like that, how do you think that we do it? Like, what do you think, like, if you could give somebody like a transactional piece of advice of like, this is something that we do, and just to like help people if they go, okay, that's great. How do I do that?
Well, the first thing that we did years ago was get onto we use Google Calendar, but just get onto like an electronic calendar where the whole family can see it. So I never have to wonder what Brittany's doing or why she won't answer my phone calls anymore because everything is right here, right?
Yeah.
It's all right there. I can just look at it and say, oh, okay, great. Brittany has a meeting in an hour. I need 30 minutes to get what I'm doing done. We're going to eventually have to eat lunch. Maybe I should ask if she has time to eat lunch in 30 minutes and then we can connect, right? Eat a good lunch and then like make it work. So that's a really super good thing. I'm not great at communicating. Brittany is very good at communicating. So communication is key, right? Because I still ask her like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And she's like, "I'm in a meeting. Did you see the calendar?" So I think communication is really important, and we both kind of have the same values and goals for our business and our marriage and our family, like meaning our kids and everything. So we work well together, and a lot of times she does more meetings and stuff like that that have to be during the day, and I'm doing laundry or
Yeah, you
I'm
guys,
picking up the
I was
kitchen.
just thinking about that actually.
It's
My
like,
parents like, "What are you doing?" Like it's, it goes back to that thing about women and men and all this stuff, and like we are a very traditional couple, but there's a lot of stuff with us building this business together and trying to keep sane in our lives. And I would say to the men out there, like if you work with your wife or if you're doing something and your wife's doing something, like in the white space, do like support each other and help each other out. And literally, Ryan is like the laundry freaking king around this house. Ryan does not buy groceries. He's not in charge of the food in the house. I take care of the food. Ryan takes care of like the laundry. He does dishes a lot because I'll like cook dinner and then I'm like, okay, I got to take one here. And he's like, okay, I got to take one there. Tonight, he's got football practice and I'll be home tonight. And so I might do a little work, like just like admin type stuff on the computer. I'm going to hang out with our daughter and I'm probably going to get shit done around the house. But I think that you like always got to be thinking about like how are we like managing our life and our business. And the thing too is like we love to spend time with our kids, we love to spend time with each other. And that's what I was telling Anita yesterday on the podcast was that if I can't work like for like a 4 or 5 hour block and get, because I'm very efficient in what I do, I'm like, if I can't get what I need to get done in that midday block, like I I don't want to live my life like that. And I was thinking, right, as we are talking about really what it is we're living an integrated life. It
Hmm.
was a dream that we actually had years ago when we were building our other, the health and wellness business, when I was building that and you were working your job. And we thought we don't get enough time together and with our kids. And so that's really where that dream was created. And even though that season of that business in our life is over, I think we still took that dream and transferred it into what we're doing now. But I think we even have evolved that idea from the way that they taught it to what we do now. Um, but I was thinking, do you think that wanting to have an integrated life and not sacrificing that has created a slower growth trajectory for us in our business? Or do you think that having that balance and that peace of mind as we're growing is better? Like, do you think that people should just be completely ape shit for 6 months and grow and have like no boundaries with their life and time and be miserable but grow? Or do you think that people should like scale like intentionally so you don't lose yourself along the way?
I think it's not a yes or no or a you have to do it this way or that way question. I think it's more how you're wired. I really am wired more to just completely ignore everything else and do one thing really, really, really hard. That's what I did forever. But I don't think that's the way to do it. Has it slowed our growth? I mean, hypothetical questions are exactly that. Hypothetical, you don't know, right? So maybe it's possible. I mean, you could look at it and go, probably,
Yeah.
but
And
we
I
don't
think
know for
too,
sure.
like how we've done it this way, because like Ryan and I have built multiple businesses. We've built our own businesses separately. We are building this business together. We've worked in other companies and scaled them together. And so I guess I think that like through our past experiences, I am not willing to go there. And maybe this is a concept I have. I'm not willing to go there because of the experiences that we've already lived. Like, I'm not ever doing that again. Like, I was talking about this yesterday. Is I remember getting phone calls from the owner of the company at 9 o'clock at night and being like, "Hey, like, can you put the kids to bed? Like, he needs to talk to me." Like, now that I'm out of that, I'm like, in what fucking world is that acceptable? But I think that I was like, if I wasn't available, I wasn't going to be valuable. And right, you were in that position, at your job years ago where you had two phones, you took calls during dinner, and it's like, and on what planet is that like just okay? But I think people do it all the time and it's not even conscious.
I think we've really reprioritized um, our priorities, right? Like
Yeah.
we
And
like
balance it.
we realigned our values where before it was like work being important or not being important, but being like the person and
Valuable.
that was like how our whole value was. Like that's how we saw our value is if we're the person and
Mm-hmm.
this is how we have our value. And now I think it's changed to where it's like um, we only have our kids. We have a fifth and an eighth grader. So what's that? 6 years, 7 years we have with the little guy.
Yeah.
That's it. And we still have another 25, 30 years to work. After that, we're very young. So um, it's just like we reprioritized what was most important to us. And we want to grow this business. We are growing this business. We really enjoy it. We like our clients. We like the people we work with. Like, so that's fun. But I think it took, well, I mean, all the things we've done in our lives and our careers and our businesses that we've had have led us to this point. It's like we keep understanding and learning better what we want. And I really like the way we're doing it now. Like,
Yeah.
could
Like it
we
feels
be,
good.
yeah, it feels good. And our priorities are still aligned with our values, is what
Yeah.
it is. Because we
Yeah.
did that grind and two phones and getting a call at 1 in the morning and you have to literally go put out a fire. Like, I did it and I didn't hate it when I was doing it, but I look back on it now and I go, ugh, that sounds terrible. I would never do that again.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
Yeah. And maybe that's just the evolution, right? Because I know too, like I look back and I think a lot of that was going on when we had toddlers and they were little. And I see their pictures and I think, man, they're never going to be that little again. And I don't think that we did a bad job or we weren't present. Like I took them to school every day, I was on all their field trips, but there was probably times at home that I was less present. Um, I mean, I don't think I was like, I don't think it was anything bad, but I just think, oh man. And I think it's always like you look back and you go, I wish, I wish I could go back there for a little bit and just because we know what it is now and we know that they get big and we know that everything's a season. And it's like, dang, I wish I could just snuggle them, again. But yeah, I guess that's just getting older, you know?
These
Hmm.
kids, man.
I know. I know. So, what's the takeaway here, Rye?
I think the takeaway is think about how you really want your life to be and then do that.
Yeah.
Isn't
It's
I think it's that simple. Figure out what you want your life to be and then do that.
and then you look at your daily tasks and you go, is this getting me closer or further away from it?
Yeah. Yeah, you go, okay, great. I want 8% body fat. Well, the chocolate chip cake cookie ain't gonna get you there, bro. Right? Like,
Yeah.
not to go David Goggins on you, but like, seriously. I heard Dave, and I'm not a huge David Goggins guy, but I hear some stuff and I'm like, you know what? He is right. I am a bitch. Right? But the other day I heard him say he was running, right? Probably on like mile 75 and he's got no knees and he's, you know his whole story, or if you don't, look him up because he's a wild cat. But he said, you know what to do. You just don't want to do it. And that's totally right. Every time I'm doing something, I'm like, I shouldn't be doing this. Like,
Yeah.
I know what I need to do. This ain't it.
Yeah.
Like, you know what to do, right? You know that you need to tell your boss, hey, I'm not going to be answering the phone at freaking 10 o'clock at night because we have a customer in, I don't know, Japan or whatever.
Yeah.
And if you want to do that, great. But if your priorities that you and your partner have decided are not that, then don't freaking do it anymore, right?
Yeah.
Just do what you need to, just do what you want to do. And there's so many different ways to make money and earn a living and be present with your family or whatever it is you want to do. There's absolutely no excuses right now to not be living the life you want to live. There's
Yeah.
zero excuses.
I like that. I think that's a great ending point for this. I have no idea what this podcast was about, but I think it was great.
I need a chocolate chip cookie.
All right, you guys. Hey, thank you so much for tuning in with us. These podcasts, we drop a couple a month. Tune in and subscribe to the Revenue Agency podcast. We are on all the podcasting platforms, whichever one suits your fancy. So, like and subscribe. And if you even feel inclined to it, share, leave us a review. That's the best thing you could probably do for us. We would appreciate it. Have a great day, and we will see you next time.